Have you ever looked around and felt a deep ache in your chest? You turn on the news, you scroll, the world shouts at you from every screen, and yet somehow everyone seems farther apart than ever. Locked in private corners of public spaces carrying private storms, it can make you want to shut down, to protect your peace. But I want to ask you to do something different. Lean in, because there is a quiet, powerful force waiting to be unleashed. It bridges any divide. It is empathy. To see yourself in someone else, to feel a flicker of their joy or the shadow of their pain. Compassion is what happens next. Empathy in action. In a world that feels fractured, compassion is the glue. It speaks a universal language. It asks only that you open your heart a little. This is our highest calling, a call to our better angels. It begins with small acts carried by each of us. So I invite you on a journey to explore this power that lives inside you, to see how a simple kindness can change a day and change a life. And it's not just a feeling, there is a science behind it. Let's look at how compassion rewires the brain for peace. Breathe, watch, notice. This is the path back to ourselves and to each other. Are you ready? Let's begin, together. Compassion may feel soft, but beneath it is a remarkable biology. Every act of kindness lights up our nervous system. When you help, your brain releases a cocktail of healing chemicals. It's nature's reward for connection. Dopamine, the reward chemical. Acts of kindness trigger pleasure similar to achieving personal goals. Serotonin stabilizes mood. Kindness raises it. It lifts you out of a funk and shields against depression. Oxytocin, the bond and trust molecule. When empathy connects us, oxytocin floods in, lowering stress and building trust. Compassion reduces cortisol. Your body literally relaxes. You become more calm, more generous, more human. Empathy lets you feel another's pain. Compassion is the choice to act. That decision engages reward and attachment systems, giving meaning and peace. This is not magic. It's biology translated into heart. It proves we are better together. Every small act leads to ripples. Chemical, emotional, communal. You heal others, and you heal yourself. This knowledge is permission. Permission to be kind, because it heals you. Let's walk through how that happens in real lives. How giving becomes the path out of suffering. We call kindness a gift to others. It is, and it gives back. When you lift someone's burden, your own load begins to feel lighter. A neighbor's groceries, a bowl of soup for a sick friend, an hour spent listening without advice. Simple acts with enormous effects. That warm rush, the helper's high, is real. It restores energy and purpose. It gives you a kind of sustainable joy that money can't buy. Your problems don't vanish, but they shrink when you step outside your own story. You get perspective. You reclaim yourself from pain. Suffering becomes an identity when we replay it over and over. But there is a key, turning outward, reaching toward another. You notice a co-worker. You ask one simple question. You help an older neighbor with their trash. You break a loop. People who endured deep losses often find the way back by serving others on the same path. They found meaning, turning suffering into service. This is the alchemy of the human spirit. Pain transmuted into purpose. Service becomes salvation. Service becomes healing. I've seen survivors create foundations, lead groups, speak with fierce gentleness. They don't erase the past. They build a future out of it. And that future begins with one simple human truth. To be seen is to be healed. Let's step into that truth now. The healing power of being seen. Have you ever felt invisible, moving but unseen? It's one of the deepest human pains. We hunger to be truly looked at, to be heard, to matter. Full attention is a rare, radical kindness. When someone listens without judging, it's like stepping into warm sunlight. It soothes nerves, lowers cortisol, and restores safety. Notice the small signs that someone needs to be seen. Put your phone down. Make eye contact. Be present. Resist the urge to fix. Resist the urge to advise. Sometimes the greatest gift is simply to hold their words with them. Being seen changes bodies, calmer breathing, steadier hearts. It builds safety, which is essential for healing. You don't need a title to be a healer. You need an open heart. Everyday moments become lifelines. When we give permission to be vulnerable, we forge real connection. This is where deep restoration begins. You are a healer each time you truly see someone. Let that truth guide your next conversation. I hear you. You're busy. You have responsibilities. Compassion is not another task on the list. It's a way of being. Start with your attention. the resource you always carry. Put devices away, listen. Make room for words and silence alike. Smile at the barista. Say the person's name. Give a sincere compliment. These tiny gestures change the energy of a day. Learn the names of the people you see often. Ask how they are, and mean it. A genuine "thank you, Maria" transforms a transaction into a human exchange. Small sparks add up. Together they light the world. Practice mindful listening. Pause, breathe, hear the feeling beneath the words. Resist advice, resist judgment. Just be present. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Self-compassion is the foundation. It is not selfish to refill yourself. Check in daily. Ask, what do I need right now? 5-minute breaks, a short walk, a healthy meal, boundaries, all small radical acts of care. Replace harshness with curiosity. I did the best I could instead of I'm so stupid. Perfection is an illusion. Struggle is universal. When you are your own ally, compassion flows outward naturally. Resilience, love, and steady presence, these are the fruits of self-compassion. Compassion for family and friends comes easily. The real challenge is carrying that goodwill beyond our bubbles. When we disagree, choose curiosity instead of fury. Ask, what life led them here? Instead of, how could they? We see the action, not the hidden story. Look beyond the surface. Imagine the life that shaped that behavior. Empathy does not mean tolerating harm. It means changing your internal state. You can be compassionate and firm. Holding judgment poisons you. A flicker of empathy sets you free. It expands your capacity for love and understanding. Practice imagining the hidden story. It softens your reflexes. Pause, ask, seek the person behind the position. This is how we heal divides, not by changing others, but by expanding our hearts. You become a bridge between despair and hope. A patient stayed another day because someone listened. A colleague kept trying because someone was patient. You plant seeds you may never see, and that is enough. Start in your next interaction. Make compassion habitual. One kind moment leads to the next. Together, they change lives. We have seen how compassion rewires brains, heals pain, and rebuilds community. It is a quiet revolution that begins inside each of us. Every small choice is a drop in the ocean of humanity. Those ripples travel farther than we know. A kind word may keep someone from giving up. A patient nudge may rebuild a life. You plant seeds you may never sit under. You plant them anyway. Those seeds become forests of compassion. Make one small commitment today. A smile, a kind text, a hand offered. Your next interaction is everything. This is your power. This is your purpose. Small acts transform mornings, families, workplaces, neighborhoods. Together, those acts change our world. One quiet, revolutionary act at a time. If you leave here with one thing, let it be this. Compassion heals both giver and receiver. Reach out, listen, see. You are the light someone is waiting for. It starts with your very next interaction. A kind word, a helping hand, a forgiving thought. This is how you change your life. This is how we change the world. Let us choose to be the light. Today, in your next conversation, in your smallest kindness. Together we heal.